All right, guys, I'm gonna show you AT4x versus Denali Ultimate. These are both 2024s, all right? These are both GM's high-end pickup trucks, high-end diesel tow rigs, right? The top of the line, and we're gonna go over each one and let you guys make a decision which one you like better, all right? So first off, I have the 2024 Denali Ultimate 2500 diesel, the Duramax diesel, like, what are these things, like 460 horsepower, I think it's 950 or 900 pound-foot of torque, right? That's the Duramax diesel, what they're both these trucks are putting out. So guys, first off, Denali Ultimate, you're gonna get this, you know, it's like a tint chrome finish on the grill, on the surrounds, right? Around here, you get it here as well. You get it down here. And this is a 2024, I know in 2025, they painted all this, so you just get the tint chrome here. That has changed a little bit, but 2024 is what they did. You get your LED headlights, LED fog lights, right? Painted to match here. And then this is like your, your 2500. You do have some chrome on the truck, but it's not a ton, right? It's super tasteful. Honestly, the Denali Ultimates, guys freaking love them. I sell a ton of them. And to be honest, it's because you don't have as much chrome, I think. And then the interiors are freaking sick. We'll go over that as well. But anyhow, this is the white. This is actually the white tri-coat. So it is like the metallic white in this paint, right? This again is that tint chrome, and the Ultimate, the Denali Ultimate, you'll see throughout the truck. You have the topographical map of Denali Mountain Range in Alaska. That is kind of cool going throughout the truck. Fender flares, guys. This part right here, this is just a black plastic. You can get these painted to match, and I honestly, I can get these painted to match for you from factory. I can order a set of them. Probably cost you $700-800, right? For the full set, painted to match, whatever paint scheme your truck is. These marker lights as well, we get these actually where we'll get them all blacked out or tinted out. Just basically replace these marker lights so you don't have the orange. But anyhow, guys, that's what the truck is. This has a BF Goodrich tire on it, which is not your factory tire. It's an upgraded tire. That's just the way I would have bought the truck. Definitely helps it out though, because the stock tires really just suck. I'm not a fan of them. But you get your wheel well liner, like a carpeted wheel well liner. That's a Denali Ultimate standard. That is your Denali Ultimate 20-inch wheel, like a black and a chrome, right? Get your factory little mud flap going on there. You can see here, guys, you got a little bit of chrome on the mirror. You get your chrome door handles, chrome going around here. And you get your power running board as well, right? That's a Denali Ultimate standard. You're always gonna have that. And you can see when those go back up, super clean. I love how they did that. And you do have chrome here along the edge of that running board, right? Standard bed step there. And again, the Denali Ultimates, I think it's just a Rancho shock they're gonna come with. Nothing fancy. That is, when we get to the AT4X, I will tell you, that's the one thing I wish they would make an option on the Denali Ultimates where you could get the upgraded shock. Like you're gonna get on the AT4X or the ZR2, because they ride so much freaking nicer. But anyhow, again, guys, painted to match rear bumper. You get your step here, right? Which, love how they did that. And we go back here. So you see back in the back, the Denali, the Sierra is chrome. You can get that optional blacked out. You get the blacked out badges for it, which I'm a fan of. And then the GMC is in that chrome tint coat with a chrome surround, right? Again, you can get different badges for all of these, which some of my guys do. And of course, you have your multi-pro tailgate, which again, Denali Ultimate standard. And you also have your kicker sound system, the Bluetooth sound system built in to the tailgate, to the multi-pro. And I don't think that's standard on every Denali Ultimate. I think that is an option, which, to be honest, I could care less about. It's pairable. You got to pair it to your phone via Bluetooth. It doesn't pair up. It's not from the truck sound system, which I wish it was. If you could play, hey, the same thing you're playing in the truck, you turn it on back here. Be super simple. This is a whole separate system, which, to be honest, I'm just not a fan of it. It's kind of clunky. Doesn't work that well. That's my experience with it. Of course, you got your spray and bed liner. You got your fifth wheel gooseneck prep, okay? And this particular truck actually has the 3500, has the max trailering package, which gives you the 3500 leaf springs in the back. And I don't know if it's a trans cooler. There's some other stuff you get with the max trailer, but this truck, this particular 2500 has that, right? You got your Denali spray and lined in the back there. And of course, I didn't go over this, but you got your plug in here, right? Standard plug for the back, trailer hookups right there for your gooseneck fifth wheel, right? All right, guys, so going around, of course, you got your cameras, you got your sensors in the bumpers, but that is the Denali Ultimate 2500. Let's go inside this truck. I'll show you that. All right, so the inside of the Ultimate, right? You get this full grain brown leather, like a chocolate brown leather seat, the white piping around it, the black on the basically behind it and on the sides of the seat, right? But honestly, guys, this interior is the most comfortable interior you're gonna find in a GM truck, in my opinion. It's freaking amazing. Even getting in this truck, you can smell the leather. It's a full grain, it's a real leather. You get the suede headliner. Like these trucks, they did a fabulous job on them. The fit and finish is awesome. I love it. You get like a carbon fiber here, and then this is all real wood. Like this is actually, you can see here, topographical map of Denali. Mountain range, you get your Bose premium sound, you got heated and cooled leather seats, you got your sunroof, your power sliding rear window, you have massage seats in these trucks, right? That's an option. That's always gonna be standard on a Denali Ultimate. This has the all-weather floor liners. You can get this with you can also get a carpet insert all-weather floor liner. That's an option on these trucks. Heated steering wheel, adaptive cruise, collision assist, your diesel exhaust brake, of course, your lane departure. You know, you got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, optional navigation built into the truck if you have an OnStar subscription. The other thing, guys, this is like, yeah, you got your telescoping steering wheel, your trailer mode, all that good stuff. But these trucks, guys, need a little compartment here, right? But just a sweet freaking truck. I like how they have the phone. Put your phone in there to charge. Nice big center console. But just super comfortable. Get your coordinates here for Denali Ultimate for the mountain. Let's check out the back of this thing. All right, guys, so back of the truck, you can see here again, same scheme on the seats. And I guess, you know, the other thing cool that's kind of here is like, it gives you a little bit of a Western flair with the stitching here. Again, you got that up through here as well. This folds down, you got cup holders. But guys, just a sweet truck. This has the optional storage compartment here under the seat, right? Which is pretty cool, right? Got like little holders here for like a gun, or I don't know, if you have like a freaking, I don't know, can take a baseball bat with you in your truck, you can put that back there, right? Whatever you guys use. Heated rear seats, heated rear air vents there. But guys, just a super sweet truck. Like these Ultimates, like I said, I sell a ton of them. Guys love them. They are super comfortable to drive, to be in, and they look freaking sweet. So, all right, guys, let's go back out. All right, so I just showed you the 2024 Denali Ultimate 2500 diesel, the Mac Daddy, the king of the road, the best the GM makes in the Denali trim, okay? So now I'm gonna show you the 2024 GMC Sierra 2500 AT4X, okay? This is also GM's top of the line truck, right? So guys, the biggest thing here is brand new MSRP on these trucks, okay? The Denali Ultimate 2500 loaded up standard truck is going to be a mid-90s truck, like $95,000, $96,000. Depending on some options, you can get that up to around 100 grand, right? But MSRP on the AT4X, right, is probably 2-3 grand more than a Denali Ultimate. And the reason for that is you are getting, with the AT4X 2500, you're getting the factory 2-inch lift, okay? You're getting the full Multimatic DSSV shock, the full suspension there, and you're getting a bigger tire, okay, which this is, what is this thing, it's a 305, so it's like a 35, a little bit bigger than a 35-inch tire, right? That's standard, that's factory. You're getting the, like, basically high clearance bumpers, front and rear, right, for maximum ground clearance. And that, guys, that is, the AT4X gives you all that from factory standard. So MSRP on this truck, brand new, is probably $97,000, $98,000, right? So a couple things. The big thing here, guys, the front end of this truck, right? And you can see it is all painted to match as far as the surrounds go. The bumper's painted to match. The grill, right, is pretty subtle, right? It doesn't really stand out, which is honestly that's really probably my least favorite part about the AT4X. It doesn't really look like an expensive truck, which I feel like the guys that are buying these trucks want it to look like something freaking sweet, right? Which the grill, I don't know, which to be honest, I wish they just black it all out. The red, I don't know anybody that just wants to have the red in that truck. In a high-end truck, an expensive truck, you don't want it to look like, I don't know, a freaking Tonka toy. Like, it doesn't need to be like that, right? But you do get the LED, you get the LED headlights, LED fog lights. That's your standard AT4X wheel, which again, doesn't do much for me, right? On an expensive truck like this, they can do better. They really can. But you get your multimatic shock, you get your fender liner, your carpeted fender liner, right, which is your premium. Again here, guys, same color scheme they have in the grill. It's like a gray-black, like chrome finish, but it really is kind of uninspiring. And then here, I do like this, right? They painted to match the mirror covers, right? So like that is painted to match. That's plastic, of course, but I like that. And then what I was saying too, so this fender flare is a plastic one. You can see it actually sticks out a little bit further. It's a little bit beefier fender flare, okay, which you could get these painted to match as well. I love when they do that. And then this particular truck, we changed out the lights in the fender flare, right? So instead of that orange light, it's just a blacked out fender flare light, which looks way nicer. I'm a big fan of that. So guys, again, the AT4X, right? You are getting a textured paint that stops right here halfway down the, like basically the bottom quarter of the door, has the texture paint like a rock guard paint, and that goes into the rocker panel as well. Your power running boards, guys, have no chrome on them. They're just a black power running board, right, that folds right up, which is awesome, right? If you're actually taking this thing off-road, that's a great feature. You don't want a fixed running board in that case, right? Door handles are all painted to match, right? So minimal chrome on this truck. You got this little chrome piece right here, right? Again, that textured paint the whole way back, right, guys? Well, actually, I shouldn't say, yeah, you do have the whole way back. And you can see here, guys, again, the Multimatic DSSV shock. These trucks drive incredible. Like, you're just going down the highway, you hit a bump, you go over a bridge. Like sometimes in a regular 2500, if you don't have a load on it, you're gonna have that hopping around. You know what I mean? These trucks really don't do that. That DSSV suspension is incredible, right? It really is. Like, I'm a huge fan of it. They did a great job with that. I just wish they'd offer that shock and that suspension in their other trims other than an AT4X or a ZR2 in the Chevy. So, again, guys, bigger fender flare, painted to match rear bumper, the sensors, the cameras. This truck has every option you could get. Like, they are loaded out trucks. You get your multi-pro tailgate, right? Spray and bed liner, right? And then of course your kicker sound system, the optional Bluetooth kicker sound. Fifth wheel gooseneck prep, AT4X, spray and bed liner. You get all your hookups, your wiring there, guys, right? So really, this truck is an off-road truck that you're getting all the creature comforts in, right? Like, they're loaded up. They're really, like, again, the only reason you're paying a little bit more for this, as far as the MSRP goes, over a Denali Ultimate, is because of the off-road front and rear bumpers, skid plates underneath, the Multimatic DSSV shock, okay, a little bit beefier fender flare, bigger tire from factory, right? And of course, we'll get to the interior next, but guys, that is the outside of the AT4X 2500. Let's go to the inside of it. All right, so inside of the AT4X, and this, guys, is, I love this interior, right? I love what they did here. The black leather, the white piping. It is a super clean color scheme, right? And of course, when you go in this truck now, guys, you're getting the, you're getting the suede headliner, right? We're getting all that. You get the rear view mirror camera, you get the heads up display. Every option you get on a Denali Ultimate, you're getting on the interior of this truck. The biggest difference is that this leather is a little bit stiffer, not quite as soft as the leather in the Denali Ultimate, right? So that's one thing. You're still getting, it's still a full grain leather. You're still getting massaging seats. You're getting every option: heated steering wheel, heated and cooled seats, adaptive cruise, lane departure, diesel exhaust brake, dual zone climate. The big thing that you're getting on this truck as well, guys, that you're not going to get on the Denali Ultimate, is your locking axles, right? So you're getting a locking rear axle on this truck, right, that you can do it here, right, just via your button right here. That's a big thing because it is an off-road truck, right? So if you're driving this truck, you know, up the side of a mountain, through a field, you're getting hung up, you need it locked up, you can do that right via that button, right? Of course, you got your big touch screen, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, you know, power sliding rear window, guys. Every option you want, you're getting on this truck, right? Center console, phone charger, but that's really the biggest thing is your color scheme on the inside is all black, but you do get a little bit of, like, you do have some red stitching here, you have the white piping, otherwise it is all black, right? So honestly, I love the insides of these trucks. Are they as, you know, the ultimate with that brown, you know, some richer color tones? I'm a huge fan of, but I do love what they did with this truck. Let's check out the back of this thing. All right, so back of the truck, guys, same concept here, you know, flip down cup holders, power sliding rear, heated rear seats, rear air vents, right? Back of the truck, this all folds up. This has the different style storage compartment underneath, a little bit slimmer, not quite as bulky as that huge bin, right? So you have more space here in the front. But guys, that's the back of the truck. Let's go around to the front. I just showed you the 2024 GMC Sierra 2500 AT4X, okay? And I showed you the 2024 GMC Sierra 2500 Denali Ultimate, right? So GM's two top-of-the-line trucks, okay? Both within a couple $1,000s of each other, brand new, okay? And used right now, guys, like for instance, that truck has 5,000 miles. I'm selling that truck for around 87 grand, okay? Brand new, about $98,000, right? So I'm selling it for 10, 11 grand off a sticker, right? With 5,000 miles. That Denali Ultimate, right? Brand new, probably a $96,000 truck, right? I'm selling that truck right now in my lot for $86,000 roughly, right? So again, about 10 grand off a new, and that truck has like 10,000 miles on it, right? Both top of the line trucks from GM. You tell me which one you prefer, right? I love doing these reviews so you guys can actually see the difference in the trucks. And to be honest, everybody knows about the Denali, right? A lot of guys don't know about the AT4X, right? That's a truck, it's a new trim for 2024. They did not have that before in a 2500 diesel. You cannot get that in a 3500. You can't get it in a dually. It only comes in a 2500. And of course you can get it in a 1500 as well. But as far as their big diesel tow trucks, that is your biggest option on that truck, right? So you guys tell me, which one do you like better, right? The Denali Ultimate or the AT4X? Comment in the description, guys. Trying to hit 50,000 subs this year, so be sure to hit subscribe for more content, more fun stuff, guys. Josh here at Mark Martin Motors. Thanks for watching.